What up?
Hey Donald, this is Leroy. I'm calling up to tell you I don't appreciate you and Derkie talking a lot of shit about me on the internet.
Man, I ain't said a word about you, buddy.
Hey, he's been talking a lot of shit, and then he told me that you was the one that told him to say all that.
Who's saying this
Derkie.
now?
Derkie. He keeps on with his shit. I don't understand that boy. I think he hit the pipe too hard.
You know your phone, get your recorder
I think he hit that pipe too hard, damn old Derkie. Because he been talking a lot of shit, and we had just made up. We had just made things work out. But then when I asked him about it, he said,
Who did you say you was anyhow? Sorry.
This is Leroy.
Leroy who?
Leroy Jones. Derkie knows me. And we had just made things right. We had just made things square. So when I asked him about it, he changed the subject and said that Donald told him to say all that. So that's why I'm calling you.
Yeah, well, how'd you get my number?
Oh, they put your number on the internet. They said that you was doing free paint jobs or some shit.
Oh, I know, man. Buddy, I've had people call me from fucking, which I thought was funny because a lot of them watched the family video, and a few of them wanted to be my friend, but I'm like, I just gotta watch who I let be my friends here lately. Seems like people just want to get in and get what they can get, and that's it. They already got my job took from me. Pretty much, I was gonna quit anyhow.
Well, that's what Derkie was saying. He said they had his job too or something. He had a job down there in Virginia, and they.
I don't even know if you ain't one of them, buddy. To be honest with you, you know what we got a what, babe? On Cash App. On Cash App, we got a request for money. It said from a Bleezy Chuckles for Leroy's attorney fees.
Yeah, that's right. See, I had attorney's fees. I don't know why he's asking for money though. I had attorney's fees because.
You see how these shady motherfuckers are, bro. I'm telling you, you think you got friends and you got shady ones.
No, that's that guy on YouTube. He fucked around with Derkie before, but no, I was suing Derkie. See, I was suing Derkie.
It might be at Dustin 757.
See, I was suing Derkie is what had happened because he published my phone number on the internet. But we made up, and he was gonna talk to my attorney, and we were gonna iron it all out. But then he got on the internet.
Hey, if you can help me out. These guys publishing my number, I'll cut you in on a chunk of money.
Well, all right.
What these guys are doing to me, if you can help me out like that, like give me an attorney.
I can have him give you a call, man, because he was gonna get me some money, but he also worked it out with me and Derkie. Well, we didn't have to go to court, see, and that's what I'm trying to work out with Derkie. Well, we don't have to go to court over nothing. But see, he probably take your case. I could get him to call you if you want me to. He's a nice guy.
Do I got to pay him down, or is he like a pro bono lawyer? Because right now, where they fucking got my job took. I'm just out getting a job. I ain't got no money to give no attorney right now.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay him nothing up front. And he said, if we got a settlement or something, he might take a portion of that. But it wasn't very much, like 15%.
I wonder if he'd take a case in Minnesota. That's where I live at.
I'll tell him you from Minnesota.
Yeah, dude. Why would you want to do all that for me, buddy?
Well, see, I don't think Derkie's telling the truth to me. I think he just didn't want to take credit for what he said. Now, whether it was.
What was it that he said, Leroy?
Oh, he's going on about how I ain't real and I lied to him. I didn't lie to him. He put my phone number on the internet. And even if it was your idea to say all that, he didn't have no business saying it. It came out of his mouth like he can't control.
I don't even know who you are. This is the first time I ever heard you or anything about you, man. To be straight up honest with you, bro. I've never had, besides when that Breezy whatever Chuckles sent me a thing on Cash App, said help Breezy get an attorney.
See, he knew I had a lawsuit going on, and I bet you he was being funny about it. I seen that guy. He does videos on YouTube.
Well, if you don't even know him, why the hell is he putting money up? You know, it'll go to his account.
Well, see, I did a live with that other guy, and they was asking me about Derkie, and I said good things about Derkie, and I think they was making fun of me. I think they was making fun of me. You know, they like to make fun of people, and they ain't gonna have my job.
Man. Hey, there's like 8 of them. There's Rustin 757. There's that Weakest Link. There's the Chevy guy that builds the cars. He's throwing in on it. Which is Scooter Beggins. He's in on it. There's a girl in on it. It's not 2 of them. I forget her name, but I think she's the one who got me fired, dude.
Well, that ain't right. I ain't trying to get nobody fired. He just ran his mouth.
I got 2 little small children, buddy, and it's coming. It's coming. The end of the month's coming quick, and it's like if I don't get my payment in, we're kicked out here, and we have nowhere to go.
I hate to hear that, man. I wish you the best with that.
Hey, and I was making $70,000 a year working with this company, and they got me fucking fired, man.
Yeah, I hate to hear that. I know they were talking about it. They said something about they didn't call or something, and then the other guy said that you didn't want to travel. But they go back and forth, man. They go back and forth. But I can give you my number.
The thing was, check it out. The thing was, we had just traveled. I'm from Minnesota. Well, I'm from West Virginia, but I live in Minnesota now for 23 years. So I traveled from Minnesota to Appleton, Wisconsin, which was almost 5 hours from where I'm at. So I worked 10 hours in that Walmart that night. We got a call about 6:30 in the morning telling us we got to be back in Minnesota to start a job tomorrow, you know. So we turned around after working all night, drove all the way back home, and when I got dropped off when I was with my girlfriend, I said, honey, I need to get something to eat. I'm fucking starving to death. So I went on live to tell this Marquise Jackson dude off, which come to find out that's not even his real name and he's a troll. But I went to tell his ass off for what he said about me on YouTube. And when I was so tired, I took a bite of my hamburger and I fell asleep. And some Shannon Bow girl in there was like, yep, I've been on heroin before. That's what it looks like. You nod out like that. I'm like, have you ever worked over 20 hours in your life and then drove another fucking 5 hours home, bitch? I'll do a YouTube or a video on Facebook, but there's just too many damn haters, man. Every time you do something, they gotta make fun of it. Now they're making fun of my kids, my wife. They got my job took from me. It's like, what the fuck?
See, you know what? That's why I say it sounds like a case for Sean Feldman. I can have him call you if you don't mind me sharing your number with him, because he told me I didn't have to pay him. I ain't paid him nothing.
Yeah, lost wages and everything.
Yeah, he was talking about that, but see, he just shared my phone number, so I didn't have all that happen. But the way they doing you, I bet you Sean Feldman would take your case, man.
Yeah, because I'm missing my pay and everything. They're trying to do anything they can. Hey, if it's John Guy, if this is all legit, man, if this is just some big fucking Facebook laugh, then no, But if you're a real dude and you're legit and you got a number and a guy,
Well, if you don't mind me giving your number to Sean, I'll give your number to Sean. I'm glad we cleared this up, though. I figured Derkie was just talking out of his head. He's funny sometimes.
I don't even know why Derkie would even say that when I'm trying to be nice to him and be friends with him.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I said, man, me and you just iron things out. And he said, oh, it's just Donald. Donald told me to say it. Right. I don't know what goes on in his head sometimes, but, sometimes I talk to Derkie. And he's good, man. Derkie's good sometimes, and then other times.
I don't know, man. Sometimes he's against me, and sometimes he's with me.
Yeah, he kind of goes back and forth. He kind of goes back and forth.
Yeah, so you gotta just kind of gotta maintain with it, He's probably got fucking. I think he said he had that damn. And I think we all do that bipolar shit where you flip out real easy.
Yeah.
I think it kind of runs in everybody, to be honest with you. But I think our family, well, we watched our uncles get mad and shit and growing up, fist fight and run cars up in the houses and burn houses down and just kill themselves, fucking. I watched my grandfather be murdered in my front yard. My father got murdered when I was 7 years old. He just came to Minnesota. He had only been here not even a year. He was 27, dude. And when he died, they sent him back. They got him dressed out here and shit. Before that, he got me a birthday card because my birthday is May the 2nd. Well, he got murdered on May the 7th. When they doctored him up, embalmed him and shit, they flew him to West Virginia. The same day that I was getting my birthday card from my father was the same day that I was bringing him to my mother's house, his mother's house, in a coffin for viewing.
Wow.
Ain't that crazy, man?
Well, I hate you had to go through that, for real.
Yeah, then my grandfather, I was that little blonde-head boy in the Dancing Outlaw, or the Talking Pete, with my grandpa. Yeah. You know it? That little blonde-haired boy.
I think I've seen that one. That's the one they put on PBS, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. And they put Jessica Goes to Hollywood in the Dancing Outlaw on PBS. But yes, they did put
well, see, I didn't even know nothing about y'all's family till I got to know who Derkie was through Shayna. Yeah, and then I told Derkie what happened, and Derkie said I was full of shit. But then I started telling him stuff, and he said, oh, man, you're right.
I kind of wish you could have got to meet somebody else rather than him first, like myself even, to where I could be straight up with you, be honest with you, tell you what, if you ask a question, tell you to my honest ability what the hell's going on. You know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate that. I do. Well, I'm sorry to be bothering you on a Sunday, but I tell you what, I'll get Sean to call you. He took my case, and I didn't know nothing about what I was doing. He told me everything I needed to know, and he ain't charged me nothing. So I can give him your number if you don't mind me giving it to him.
Well, like I said, is it Larry? You said?
Oh, my name's Leroy. Yeah.
Yeah, Leroy. If it ain't some bullshit, dude, it ain't something I'm gonna hear over YouTube or some dumb shit. Yeah, you can give him my number.
Okay, all right. Well, I could get Sean to call you. He's a pretty easygoing guy. He sounds real nerdy on the phone, though, so you had to bear with him. He sounds like a little dork on the phone, but he's a nice guy. He knows his stuff.
Right. I just don't want some troll wanting to get answers because I ain't been on YouTube or Facebook for in a minute because of that. Another one information from me, probably trying to get where I work at. I'm not going to let them know where I work at. Why? So they can get me fired again?
Yeah, I don't blame you there, man. I wouldn't tell nobody where I work on there, no way. Because they mean your business. And, Derkie said they got him fired.
They got my payment, bro, in half. I was making $34 an hour. Now this company wants to start me out at 17. They cut my payment in half.
Oh, man, I hate to hear that.
Yeah. Making $70,000 a year, making $35,000 a year.
Well, just build up on it, keep working at it, and man, you'll be back where you was or higher. Just show yourself and prove yourself out there, and they'll see.
Yeah, they'll see. And see this last boss, he did see for a while. Then he let the money blind him, bro. He got too big. He got too big into making that money. Then he thought he could start talking to people like they're little bitches or something. It's like, you ain't gonna talk to me like that, motherfucker. And I'm not gonna travel to Denver for you. Hell no, I'm not going to Denver, Colorado.
So he was one of them that got too big for his britches and started talking shit to you, huh? Yeah.
Well,
I've worked for a few of them.
Yeah, when I first started working for him, it was going 2 hours away. Then it was like, after like the second, third year, it was 3 and 4 and 5 hours away. Then 6, 7, 12, 14 hours away. And then he tried to get me to fly out to Denver, Colorado, and I'm like, no. And then I worked for a couple more weeks in town, and the guys told me, they're like, dude, that fucking Denver, Colorado, that place is like a ghetto. He's like, man, there's motherfuckers outside, man, bent over, their face always touching the ground, white plumb out on heroin. I'm like, oh my God, really?
Wow.
Yeah,
so he got mad at you for not going out there?
When you think of like Denver, you think of like the stadium and shit. Well, I did, you know.
Yeah, you think about mountains and such.
Yeah, mountains and shit. You know. Yeah, man. But he's like, dude, it's like a town of fucking druggies, bro. I'm like, well, that shit is spreading everywhere, man. That meth shit, it's all in West Virginia. It's a shame. It tore my little county up I was raised up in, down there in West Virginia, Boone County. Yeah. That shit, meth shit, ravished that little town. Ravished it.
Yeah, it's a mess. It really is. So is that why he told you to get gone or what? Is that why he didn't want you around no more? Because you wouldn't travel for him?
Yeah, pretty much. And that fucking video that they made. So I think he was just, but what he wrote to the county was, oh, you know, we only kept him around because he owed us a lot of money. Motherfucker, you begged me to pay that $3,000 loan that I own. I own a $3,000 loan, and I was paying on it every 2 weeks. And he decided, because the interest was so much, I would always save my ass. He did, and I was paying him, but he fucking told me, he said, you know, I'll take 200 every paycheck. I said, hey, I'm fine with that. I was bringing home $11.90. I'm like, I'm fine a week, not every 2 weeks, a week, $11.90 a week. So I'm like, I'm fine with that, dude. You can do that. Go ahead. And then it started being, well, I'm gonna add your per diem on it, and you know that'll get you knocked down quicker. But he didn't tell me he was gonna add my per diem on it.
Oh, so he was just taking more out of your check.
He was just taking more out. So he was starting to take another 170 out. So that week he started taking $370 out my check. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, that eats into your money real quick.
Real quick, man. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to find me a company. And this company here already told me, you can build up. You can be a team leader, and we'll give you a van, and we'll give you a gas card. Once I get that gas card, it's over in that van. It's like, hey, I'm using their ride, their gas. All I got to go and just paint. That's it. Painting. Yeah. That's it, buddy.
Yep.
Easy breezy gravy work. And it's all here in town. And I don't got to deal with a little fucking sneaky, schmoozy fuck like him.
Yeah.
I like him how he is. When somebody comes in, they're like the sparkly new toy. And you're the old rugged Woody. The one that's been there for 5 years, that's got him every fucking thing that he's got.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, man. That's the way it is sometimes with jobs, but I wish you luck with your new one.
I really did, though, to be honest with you. That's how I felt. Me and one other worker, I hate to say the guy's name out, but me and John fucking pretty much built that company. I mean, we worked our guts out for years and years and years, dude. And traveled and stayed in stinky hotels with bad breakfasts. He'd put us in the worstest hotels that I swear one could find. The cheapest hotel, you better hope it's nice. You know, yeah. Very occasionally would you get a good hotel. Very occasionally. And I'll tell you, all the other ones were fucking packed up and you couldn't get into any of them. So you had to get one that was 90 a night or 120 a night. It's like, dude, we should be getting the best for you traveling out here anyhow, you little fucker.
Yeah, it's crazy. People want to cut corners, and then everything's getting more expensive.
He's the one who told me, bro, that he said, buddy, you're a company man, you're a hard-working man. Or he told my wife this when she went over. He's like, Donald's a company man. He's a hard-working man. He's like, if he had to quit tomorrow, I don't see him not being able to get any kind of work anywhere. And he even told me that. And when I didn't even send the guy his way. The guy saw me wearing his fucking uniform. When I met the guy, I'm like, wow, one-day painting. I've been wondering about these people. I'm like, hey, what's up? My name's so-and-so. I'm like, here's what I can do. And the guy gave me his card, and he's like, hey, I'll call you. That guy just broke his ankle. We need to get another guy in. And I'm like, cool, man. I'm like, hell yeah. So I called that dude getting up, call me back. And he's like, hey, I want to meet you tomorrow morning at 7:30 sharp. And he's like, I want to go over with, the details of how we get things done. And I want you to meet the guy that I work with. He's my better half. Might as well say we're partners. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, I can do that. And before 10 o'clock, I think it was like 9:30, the dude texted me and said, yeah, after talking to Raybo, I think we're going to have to pass. I'm like, you little motherfucker, you.
Oh, so he talked to your old boss and he screwed you over.
Yep, fucked me over, man. And now I got 2 kids and a trailer payment that's coming up here to pay, dude. And it's like, you dirty little bastard. You got kids, I would never do that to you, man, never. But you know what? Carmen will get him. He'll get all these jobs that he can't do, and Donnie ain't going to be there to slam him out no more, and him guys be asking for me.
Yeah. Well, I hope you do all right with the new one. Hopefully it goes well and you can get a new start, fresh start, and they'll see what you're worth,
Emil Construction and Corporate Construction, both of these big companies that do these Walmarts, they ask for me all the time, dude, because I get shit done for them. Oh, and it's going to kill that motherfucker knowing that I ain't working for him no more.
Yeah.
I think Anderson's going to buy a big nice, I think it's a Chevy. Said Graybo on the side of it. Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But, Larry, hey, yeah, send me that guy's number. I'll talk to him, see what's up with him.
Yeah, his name is Sean Feldman. I'll have him call you. Yeah, like I said, he sounds like a real nerdy guy, but he knows his stuff.